name is Freeda Cathcart. My background's in business. I used to work for Shenandoah Life Insurance, where I automated the reinsurance department. After my first child was born, I left working there to stay home with my children. And I was able to do investments from home very successfully enough where I was able to raise my children. And now that they're older, I've been able to volunteer my time for the community to help the community in various ways of leadership. Being the president of my neighborhood association, being involved with the General Federation of Women's Clubs, where I'm the public policy chair for the Blue Ridge District. I recently joined the Chamber of Commerce, where I am serving on the Public Policy Committee because I'm concerned about the career opportunities that our current generations face. So that's why I'm running for City Council, is to work with the council and businesses to make sure that our city thrives and we can do well in our neighborhoods and with public safety as well. And that's it. Thanks. One of the things that I support is the Community College Access Program. I think that's really important to continue with that. And also the 40 cents on the dollar that the city allocates in the budget for our public school systems. I'm concerned about making sure that we invest in early childhood education. I used to be a parent educator for CHIP of the Roanoke Valley. And studies show time and time again that investing in early childhood education has a better payoff down the road as far as having a well-educated and successful workforce. So I think that that's very important to invest in. I'm really excited to hear about the potential of the development of a governor's school for CTE, which stands for Career and Technical Education. I think that can be very instrumental in working with the region to create a workforce that will be attractive for business and will help to retain businesses here. And I also believe that we should help encourage union and trade groups to mentor and go to career days in public schools, and also to have job fairs so that people will know the opportunities that do exist out there for the trades. My nephew is a welder, and he works 3 seasons a year, and he takes the winter off to snowboard, and he does so well, which is great. So I think that the stigma that used to be with trades needs to disappear, that people realize how lucrative it is of a profession, especially welding. They are really demanding welders right now, to the point that he could just say, well, I'm going to work spring, summer, and fall, and he's a great worker, and he can just take off and go snowboarding for a season and then come back, and they're happy to have him back. So we need to look at that, and there are people out there who need jobs, good paying jobs, and we need to make sure that they have the education and support to get those jobs. Very important for us to work with the neighboring localities as a region to attract businesses, to work with the state. I'm very supportive of the Roanoke Regional Partnership that's currently in the process of a planning stage. They're the ones who brought us outside Roanoke. And I think that's really important to see. I would love to work on City Council with them as they proceed. A great example of a symbiotic relationship between Roanoke and Blacksburg is the Virginia Tech Carilion School of Medicine and the Research Institute, and what that has brought to Roanoke and the potential that's here, that's still unfolding. I'm excited to learn about Roanoke County. They just launched a one-stop shop technology tool that helps prospective businesses be able to see what potential sites would meet their needs as far as developing a plant or a business. And I would like to see if that could be expanded to Roanoke City as well as the region, to see if we could take that tool and grow that so that it helps our entire region. My background includes being a reinsurance broker, and I have skills in conflict resolution. Back in 2007, I was one of the main organizers for a summit that happened in Atlanta, Georgia, that brought together activists that were pro-life activists and pro-choice activists together for a weekend. where we talked about what we could agree on and what we could work together on as far as helping mothers and families. And those, we developed relationships that weekend that continue today, that's had a proactive, good legislature come out of it, state by state and across our nation. And that, I just give that as an example of how when we set aside potential differences and work on what we have in common, the difference that we can make. Thank you. Well, I had the skills, experience, and importantly, the time to dedicate myself to working on council and with city staff to continue to improve Roanoke. Currently, right now, the employment's fairly well in Roanoke, but the problem is that we need higher income jobs. We need to diversify our economy. We need more finance jobs and insurance and banking, and we need to grow our per capita income. This will help not only Roanoke, but the entire region. And my background as a reinsurance broker and as an innovative problem solver will help to build healthy working relationships with our neighboring localities and also with finance, with business. Those are the relationships that I want to foster. I also want to make sure that the talented people that are in Roanoke, we have a lot of people who are unemployed or underemployed. And they are not getting access to the resources that we have here in Roanoke. There's been a disconnect. I want to make sure that those people know what we have available in Roanoke. I agree with Trish, we don't have to reinvent the wheel, but we have to take the wheel and make it useful. And we have to get the wheel to the people who need it. An example of that is the Small Business Development Center. I've been out knocking on a lot of doors, talking to a lot of people, and when I run across somebody who's struggling in their business or with employment and wants to start their own business or grow their business, I ask them if they've heard about the Small Business Development Center, and they haven't. And that is a wonderful resource that we have available but aren't reaching the people who need it. I also want to work on protecting our quality of life by investing in our neighborhoods. We need to promote affordable child care nearby to where people live and work. That's very important and crucial to the quality of life and also helping families be able to take care of their children while they're working. I also support public safety, including the community policing issue, and we also want to make sure that our emergency medical services get the support they need. That goes fast. I want to talk about how, when I was talking about the unemployed people earlier, currently our employment is well in Roanoke City, but what we have when it comes to unemployed people are people who are left from Advanced Auto, from ITT, from Norfolk and Southern, who were high income, and because of investments, they were able to stay at home or stay here in Roanoke because we have such great buying power with the dollar in Roanoke. And people can afford to stay here. But we're wasting a lot of that talent, and I want to be a leader on City Council in our community as somebody who has skills and wants to be involved in our community to make a difference so that other people can have those same opportunities, where they can have a high income and then find a way to enjoy life and serve their community. We need to be innovative and creative to compete in a global economy. And that's the skills that I bring to the table, is to be able to compete on a global economy, especially when it comes to finance and workforce development. So I ask for your vote on Saturday at the primary. Please give me an opportunity to serve on a deeper level our city and send me to City Council with a Democratic nomination. Thank you.